Welcome to Freedom Fridays. This is another edition of the Black Wealth Rebel Show. Today we are here. We're going to be talking about the fight for DEI. So we're seeing some companies out here that are pushing back against the Ofe white cracker establishment. And they said we are going to keep pushing for DEI, which stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion in our workplace. What's up, Corey? How you doing?
Man, I'm living, man. Holidays, XYZ. You know what I mean? That's my kids, my oldest son turned 18 yesterday.
Ooh, congratulations. How's it feel?
D'Angelo, he sang the song better than I could.
Correct.
That's a remake, but
Correct. Wait a minute, that's a remake?
Yeah, that's.
I didn't know that. Oh, you're learning me something new today. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a remake.
Oh, I will have. So who made it first?
I'm not sure, but my uncle my uncle was an old school DJ. My uncle was 60, so he used to put me on all of the. Every time something come out, he always play the sample it came from. So
okay. All right. I gotta check that out. But welcome everybody that's coming into the church. The church is open. The pews are not full yet, but everybody's coming in. Listen, like I said, we're going to talk about a couple things today. The one thing I want to talk about, Costco is fighting against all the anti-DEI initiatives. But other than that, I wanted to have fun, keep it light. Y'all know my father passed last week, so I just want to have fun, y'all. I just want to have fun. What about you?
Oh, my phone.
No, listen, sing, man. Sing.
Fun. Just want to have fun.
Which is Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah. Girls just want to have fun. Oh, my fault, man.
All right, so
that was my shot, man.
That's cool. So Jimmy's not here tonight. He's doing a good husbandly thing. He's out with his wife celebrating her birthday.
As he should be.
As he should be. Shout out to both of them. But in honor of Jimmy, so Corey kind of knows this. Yeah, if y'all don't know this by now, all of these shows are kind of extensions of our fights behind the scene. So me and Jimmy have had a long-going debate, I won't call it an argument, about who the king of R&B is. Jimmy says Bobby Brown. I say absolutely not. I say Keith Sweat. But in honor of Jimmy not being here, I wanted to show this clip because our brother's not here. I wanted to make sure he was here in spirit. Now, if you don't know, that's Ralph Tresvant and Bobby Brown. And right there, Bobby looked like he might have got him in the dancing. Usually everybody say Bobby's the best dancer, but I don't know. That's a classic joint right there. I don't know. Was that Arsenio Hall?
It looked like the Arsenio Hall show.
Yeah.
Like they on stage and they doing their thing. So.
Yep. And I mean, the beautiful thing about this was clearly after Bobby left the group. Right. So I don't know about y'all. I'm a big No Audition fan. I was mad at Bobby for leaving the group. I know he got fired, but he left the group. But I still think No Audition is probably one of the greatest Black wealth stories there ever is.
Yeah, they all made it out of Boston, man. They was all young boys and they all made it out. So, you know what I mean? Hey, little fatty, why are you in my room?
Because Daddy in there.
That's in my office. Get out of here. I'm working. You heard him? Get out. But yeah, man, they all made it out of Boston and they all did their thing. They all as youngsters, they formed a group together. They got cheated out their money as
always happens. Right.
And then they figured it all out. And then they all, they've been getting paid for the last 40 years, man. Like they've been out since 84, bro.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
40-year career. And the crazy part is they disbanded. They came back together. They did individual projects. You know what I mean? Like, what makes them crazy is that Bobby broke off. He had, he's arguably the king of pop. You can argue it. I mean, you can argue it.
You said pop. He definitely wasn't the king of pop. We say king of R&B.
King of R&B. King of pop is Mike.
Right.
And you could argue king of R&B. Then you had Ralph Tresvant had multi-platinum, and then Bell Biv DeVoe was multi-platinum.
And don't forget about Johnny Gill.
Johnny Gill multi-platinum. That's what I was getting to Johnny. And then, as a group, and then when they come together and do tours, like they do sold out tours all over the place, like they've been putting foot to ass for 40 years, bro.
But I mean, I think one of the greatest things about them, and you mentioned it, right? They broke up, they went solo, and then they came back together, and they didn't lose themselves, right? In doing that, they still came back together and said, "We are stronger together. The strength of the wolf is in the pack." So Bobby is stronger with his brothers, even though he had that phenomenal success. Ralph is stronger with his brothers, even though he's had phenomenal success, right? BBD, listen, Michael Bivins with Boys the Men and Another Bad Creation and some of his other projects, right? Again, but he's still stronger with his brothers. And if we can learn that one thing, and listen, it takes time. It's not easy. There's going to be some fights, as we've seen.
Yeah,
there's going to be some scuffles.
They came back together. Right. Like they definitely fought, because you don't break up without fighting. Like something happened. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember all the stories. I was there for all the stories. If you tell the stories, I'll be like, oh, I remember that. But like I don't remember them offhand. But
listen, Bobby was the new era Jimmy Ruffin.
David Ruffin.
Excuse me. He was the new era David Ruffin. You don't need me. You can't do this without me.
And they did it without him. They grabbed my man. Then Ralph Tresvant bounced like, man, I'm out of here. And then,
but did he bounce or did he just do a solo project?
He said he had some beef with the way everything was being run. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ralph Tresvant, he was the first. Well, he wasn't the first pretty boy, but he was like, for me, after El DeBarge, he was like the other pretty boy, R&B boy. You know what I mean? Like, from the 80s, for me, the pretty boy R&B dudes. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't really know too many pretty boy R&B dudes when I was 8. But Ralph Tresvant and El DeBarge was like the two pretty boy. All of the women swooning over
all of them.
The light skin, with the curls, those kind of pretty boys.
Yeah.
Not that I wanted to be them, because I always wanted to be me, but I was like, damn, like, oh, that's how it go. You know what I mean? Like that's my first. That was my first introduction to like colorism, as far as like.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
That was my introduction to it, because I was like, why is all these chicks going crazy over this? Even though it was crazy is my family, my portion of the family, when I was young, we was the darkest ones in our family. Like my family is a lot of very, very light-skinned people, and Irish folks. You know what I mean? So I'm a good portion Irish, but I'm not, you'll never hear me talk about that. I know about my history because we got the family tree in the crib. We got the book with all of the births and all of the names and all of that. Well, we had it when I was a kid, so I knew about my lineage and my heritage, and it's a lot of Irish folks in my lineage and heritage.
Yeah, I mean, so nobody wants to talk about that, right? But there was a time when the Irish people came over here, because the black people were here first. It was the Irish and the blacks that lived right next to them. And yeah, they had beef, but they also had some love going on too. But nobody really wants to talk about that.
Yeah, my great grandmother and my just a high yellow Irish woman, loved her to death. But but that don't change anything that I've ever said about what I mean, because I mean what I say, because my grandmother taught me everything about everything, and she taught me straight out, like, Care about the people that care about you. Don't, you know what I mean? Be around people that like you. Like those was things that I learned very, very early in my life. And I'll never forget those lessons. You know what I mean? Like, don't be trying to be around people that don't like you. If they don't invite you, don't go. If they not for you, they might not be against you, but they don't like you. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't know, then you do know.
Right.
If you don't know, then you do know. You don't know them well enough to be around them. You know what I mean? That means you might get to know them and you might know better later on. But if you don't know, then you already know. The answer should be no. If you don't know, the answer should be no. You know what I mean? Like, I live by that. You know what I mean? I've kept myself out of a lot of weirdo situations with that, and I've also lost a lot of opportunities because of that. You know what I mean? Like, for real, like, because
I mean, it probably kept you chasing to be accepted, for being Joe, as we like to say here in Philly.
Yeah, I don't seek acceptance nowhere except for inside the walls of my house, man. I seek acceptance from my children and my wife. That's it. Everybody else, you know what I mean? I there's people I love, there's people I respect. I love and respect you, but if you ever told me you don't want to be my friend, I'm gonna just let you rock out and do whatever it is you want to do.
Well, Corey, if you told me you didn't want to be my friend, I'll be hurt, sir.
I'll be hurt, but what am I supposed to do with that information? Like, if you told me that, what am I supposed to do?
I'll be knocking on your door, Corey, come outside and play.
No, you wildin', bro. You liable to don't do that.
Listen, we just talked about how doing this in for theirs, right? So we do got to fight for ours.
I'm not saying
but
that
no,
we couldn't ever.
We ain't got to be Joe though. We ain't got to be Joe.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying, but that feels to me too much like chasing people around. Like, I'm not doing it.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? Like, if people will tell you by their actions what they want in their life.
I would agree. It's funny. I have a lot of female friends, and they're always, well, not always. They used to ask me for relationship advice. Now the fellows might say I'm giving up the game, but I would always tell them, I was like, listen, if the words and the actions don't match, just keep moving on.
Choose the actions.
Well, you know what? You ain't got to choose, right? It will choose itself.
No, what I'm saying is, if the words and the actions not meeting, I always go by the actions. I don't, whatever they saying, I ignore the shit. What are you doing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care nothing about what you talk about. Let me see what you doing. You know what I mean? That's why it don't matter what people do, as long as how they treat people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not impressed by money and all that stuff, man.
That's
like, how do you treat people?
That's right.
When I see you talking to somebody who can't help you, how do you talk to them? You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And
me and my wife got into the argument Christmas Eve because we staying at a hotel because we drove across the country.
We gotta talk about that.
It was the 23rd. It wasn't Christmas Eve. It was the 23rd. And so we was at a hotel. They double charged my card. And she was spazzing. She was like, that's extra $300 that we could. I'm like, no, whoa, slow down. Don't talk to them people like that. Those people didn't have anything to do with the,
right.
She was snapping though. I was like, listen, there's a way you talk to people. Well, around me, I don't care what you do when you're not around me. I can't control that, but you're not going to talk to them that way while I can't allow that. I wouldn't allow them to talk to you that way. And I can't allow you to talk to them that way. Like, they didn't do anything. They just, it's their job to fix it. And you talking to them all crazy. Are they more likely to fix it with you talking all wild and reckless? Or are you going to fix it if we just tell them what's the problem and then say, give us our money back? You
get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar.
That's not necessarily always true, but you don't have, there's a way you talk to people. I have a baseline respect for every human, especially people that I don't know and I've never met. Like somebody who's never done anything to me, my baseline is always respect. Now you can prove to me that I shouldn't respect you.
Correct.
How you handle me. But when I first meet you, the first thing I'm gonna do is try to respect you and show you, my humanity, not yours, mine.
Right, but I still believe that's true because, right, if you're an asshole to everybody, you're going to repel 100% of the people. Now, if you're showing love and giving the honey, as the adage says, you're going to attract more people who are like you. That's all.
You're going to attract like energy.
Yeah.
Like, she wasn't.
Oh, by the way, how about that? that you always talk about energy, so you should get that.
Which is why I was telling her to control her energy on the phone. Like, relax, like
Right.
control that energy, because that's bad energy. Like, and the crazy part is the first two salespeople hung up on us because she was wilding. I was like, we never gonna get this resolved if you don't calm the hell down. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't because she was wrong. It was because it's the energy that you give, even when you write. Like, you gotta control yourself.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you gotta get control of that, because
And it's funny, right? Because all we see around us, at least in our communities, that's modeled a lot. Snap out, spaz, go crazy. And a lot of times, most of those situations aren't called for all that.
yeah, like that right there wasn't one of those situations where you snap out. Like, for me, they gonna give us our money back, because all they gotta do is look on the ledger and see that we got double charged for the room.
Right. And if not, just change the claim. That's all. Press the claim.
Yeah, like,
get your money back. Yeah.
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
man. I just told her, like, look, they gonna give us our money back, but we can't even get through to a salesperson because you keep snapping on the people before we even get up. Before you give us our money back, blah. She was going. I was like, yo, give me the phone. No, I want my money back now. I'm like, breathe. You know what I mean? Just breathe. It's that deep, but it's not that deep. Like,
Right.
maybe I overcharged. Yes, they did a double charge on John, because I always check anytime I use my credit card. First thing I do is always check to make sure I didn't get double charged. And I just so happened to check and seeing that I got double charged.
Well, Corey, I want to ask you a question, right? So I've been going through a lot of pics with my pop, and we drove cross country in 2017.
Okay.
And you just mentioned you drove cross country with your wife, and I'm guessing that y'all probably done that a couple times.
I've done that about 30 times.
Now, when I drove cross country with my dad, I said, every person that's thinking about getting married seriously or getting into a serious relationship should drive cross country with somebody to see if you could stand them in close quarters for that period of time. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with it, because at first it was hard. The first few trips, I thought we was gonna get divorced. Then we started doing it with our kids. That made it better. Because the kids, we wanted to get own experiences, so we actually made like pit stops, like things that we wanted to see and things that we wanted to experience in every state. So we went, we was in Delaware, we did something, then we was at Maryland, we went to the pier, then we got to Virginia, we went to the Chesapeake Bay, then North Carolina, we did we went to the aviation, John.
The one in Annapolis or whatever?
No, North, it's the Wright brothers, John.
Oh, okay. That sounds dope. But I mean, I'm not trying to make this a relationship show, right?
No.
If we're serious about Black wealth, we really have to talk about how to model and build real strong relationships. And I do feel like going on a road trip is a real good way to move some people on out the way.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That ain't qualified.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we on the road, like, so, then the road also tell you when your body changed, right? Because I used to be a night person. I used to drive all night. Like, my wife and them would wake up and we'd be 3 states farther than we was before. Yeah, I don't drive at night at all. I only drive during the day because all of the lights at night give me a headache.
Yep.
But when I was younger, before my vision went terrible, before I wore glasses, I would drive all night. Literally, like, my wife would go to bed at 8, 9:30 and 8, 9 at night. She wake up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll start at, we'd be at 8 o'clock, we'd be in Virginia, and then when she wake up, we'd be all the way in Alabama somewhere.
Now, see, most people can't do that with me, because if I'm driving like that, I got to be rocking. I got on something that's boom, 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 boom.
Oh, wow. But,
she can sleep through that? She got earbuds in or something?
When she sleeps, she dead. Like, like, you know what I mean? Because when we would do that, she would drive during the day. Because I was like, all right, if I'm gonna drive all night, I need to sleep. So I'll be asleep all day. I pull the seat back as far as I can. Well, before we had the kids, I just lay the seat all the way back and just I just knock out. But then when we had the kids, I'll just put it back as far as I can without, making them uncomfortable. And then I just be out. And then at night, soon as day turns to night, and because we, for real, in the summertime, that happens around 8, 9 o'clock.
Right.
And then I'll be like, go ahead, get some sleep. You know what I mean? Because I'm rocking. So we used to get places fast. Like if it was a 16-hour trip, it might take us 17 hours because we only stopping to get gas. Because gas and bathrooms. That's it. No other stops. But then now, we old. It took us 2 days to do a 24-hour trip. It took us 2.5 days. It took us 60 hours to do a 24-hour trip.
That ain't bad though, honestly.
Yeah, but 24, let's see, 8, 10, like so 10, 30 of those hours was sleeping. Like literally, you know what I mean? We would sleep 30 of those hours because we stopped at a hotel. And
but the beautiful thing about it, because you got the kids now, they're always going to remember that. Those are memories they'll never forget.
Yeah. My kids been everywhere, yo. Like when we road trip. See, that's why like my kids got a different perspective and different, like they understand people a lot better than most kids because they've seen people all over the country. You see what I'm saying? Like they don't just have experiences with people in my immediate family, and they don't, like and people in their schools. They got experiences with people all over the country. So they have different, they see how different people live. They spend some time with my grandpa down in Birmingham. They spent some time with their uncles and cousins in Dallas. They got uncles and cousins in Houston. We got some family that lived in Virginia, so we stopped there. We got some folks that live up in Boston. We took them up to Boston, and so when we went up to Boston, we stopped at the WWF Museum in Vermont. We stopped in New York. We stopped in Connecticut. You know what I mean? Like we stopped. You know what I mean? Like when we with the kids, we road tripping for real. You know what I mean? So we, it doesn't make a lot of sense to not include them in what we do because those experiences live on. They can tell people they've been all over the country as young people, and they've seen a lot. Because when I was a young and I saw a lot as a kid. My mom, I played sports. My mom used to just pack me up.
That's dope.
Like she sent me to my pop. She take me to the airport. That's back in the day where you just take the kids to the airport and then the airport staff watch you until you get on the plane. If you don't got no ticket, like
I think they still that, but I wouldn't want to do that these days.
Yeah, I got on my first flight when I was 6 years old, bro. To go.
Wow.
So my mom took me to the airport. She called the front desk of the airport, checked me in, and then the lady sat with me until the plane came. Gave the other lady my ticket, and then I got on the plane. Then when I got off, my pop was waiting for me on the other side. I was 6 years old on my first flight.
Man, my first flight wasn't until I was 16, but you had more experience than me, Corey. But I want to check out this real quick because some of my peoples who are in Zoom hell, I think would appreciate this immensely.
Started this quarter off at 2.75.
Holy shit.
Daniel.
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 Oh my
You call Daniel
My
on
man.
Call Daniel on his How do we turn this feed off?
We can't. Oh my god. Daniel is the host.
Listen, if you're tired of doing Zoom meetings, I get my man's plight. I get it.
He was still listening.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not sitting next to this screen to this dumbass. I'm rocking with you, Daniel. I understand, bro.
Right. I get it. I get it
100%. Daniel is a G. My man did all that. Me, I just turned my camera off, bro. Like, look.
But it's funny. So some jobs want you to be on camera, and so that's the problem with that. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, I'm gonna get fired because I'm not gonna be sitting there like especially if I'm home. Oh, like if I'm on the road or if I'm at work, I'll put the camera on. I don't care. But if I'm at home, that camera going off, bro. And I'm gonna do whatever I'm doing. Like I'm gonna have it on in the background while I'm doing whatever it is else I'm doing. Like I'm not putting my camera on at home. So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna get fired. So just so you know, if you ever looking to employ me for a home job, I'm going to be listening. I'm going to be paying attention. I'm going to be part of whatever discussion y'all having on. But I'm also going to be multitasking. I'm going to be doing something else because I'm home.
Yeah, like, all right. Well, before we get into tonight's topic, the fight for DEI, I want to say what's up to the people. Brittany's in the building.
You,
the Jigger.
What it is though?
Fad here. What up?
You.
Right. So, real quick story. Lorraine, I don't know if Lorraine was trying to clown me, but Lorraine dropped in my DMs and she was like, I need you to bookmark the giveaway page. And I was like, I didn't know what she was talking about at first. She sent me a screenshot and everything. She's like, I need you to get it this right. I was cracking up.
Do it right and don't do it.
What up, GC?
Yeah, what's going on, young?
Yes, there were a lot of unspoken alliances. I mean, if you go look at what was John Brown's Harper's Ferry?
Yeah.
There was white and black folks doing that. Problem is they never really talk about our resistance. It's always been resistance. And then we get people saying goofy things is like, I'm not my grandparents or I'm not my ancestors.
You're a weirdo.
Like they were weak. They weren't. You just never been beat before with a whip.
Yeah, those people are weird, man. Because if the thing is, you know how they're gonna react because you look at how they react to the cops now.
Yep.
All you gotta do is look at how they react to cops now. And they do everything in their power to avoid cops. So they'll be doing the same thing. I'm not my grandparents. You talk all that tough ass stuff. And then as soon as the cops, you see them damn red, white, and blue lights, you start, you ball up like a, man, get the fuck out of here. Excuse me.
You out.
Yeah, man.
What up, Nova Peace? Pascal. Mark, thank you for that, Mark. I appreciate that, bro. Now, Mark's stunting on us. I'm in a DR living life right now.
Should be.
Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to you. And congratulations to your family for being in that position, man. Do that.
Now, it's funny. The first time I went to the DR was last tax season. And I got a taste of that island. It was a beautiful island. But the beautiful thing for me was I was able to work while I was out there. I was like, oh, I can do more of this. I need more of this in my life.
Yo,
what up, Don?
I've been to DR and Haiti. I like Haiti better.
So I've been wanting to go to Haiti. Once it calms down a little bit, I'll definitely be over there. And I heard the beaches in Haiti are way better than the DR.
They are.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right, word is Sarah, what's up, man? Yeah, I was cracking up on that.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Chad's in the building.
How you feeling, Doc?
So I think we got everybody. Everybody is here.
Everybody.
All right, so listen, before we get to it, do us a favor, like, comment, and share. We're looking to grow our YouTube channel along with our Patreon. So make sure y'all give us a subscribe on our YouTube channel. All right. But I found this article. Let me look at this real quick. All right. So Costco is pushing back hard against the anti-DEI movement. Now, if y'all remember a couple weeks ago, we actually talked about this because Walmart, John Deere, Ford, and a few other major corporations and a lot of tech, most all the tech, have turned their back on DEI. And if you don't know what DEI is, DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's the new remix of affirmative action. All right. But if you know this is affirmative action, DEI has helped a lot of black folks. But to be clear, the biggest benefactors of affirmative action and DEI are white women. So I'm not lost on that. I know Corey's not lost on that. However, these programs have given opportunity to qualified, educated, above average people to do their things and get jobs and provide for their families. So I feel, in my opinion, these are the kind of things we should watch out for, pay attention to, and also support. Because they could have been cowardice like Walmart, where they got yellow back fever and said, all right, we're going to let this other mayonnaise mediocre white boy just dictate to them what they're going to do with their DEI initiatives. They said, no, we're going to do something different. And Costco has always paid above minimum wage, has instituted, I want to say it's either $17 or $20 an hour minimum wage. So they've always been fighting for the average person. So I rock with them. I think I'm going to go get me a subscription or membership rather.
I need to push back a little bit.
Okay.
No company fight for the average person, man. They fight for their shareholders, bro.
Okay, I agree with that. No, I agree with that. So to your point, you are correct, right? But they know that hiring average, everyday people who have great work ethic is great for their average shareholder. So you can do good and do well at the same time.
No, for sure. I would just.
I appreciate that, because here's the thing: in this day and age, a lot of people are super linear. And so people can't think beyond what they hear, what they see, right? So it's important for Corey, because I do it sometimes too. It's like somebody might be thinking about that. And so it's important for us to address those things, in my opinion, Corey.
Yeah, for sure. They did it because their shareholders said they could. Pretty much. Because if their shareholders push back on that, if people start to sell off on that stock, they'll change their mind.
Correct. Now, Pascal says DEI is nonsense because of most Walmart employees are non-black or non-white. Excuse me. However, when you look at management, it's a different story. And so in management, you have higher salary, you have bonuses, you have stock options.
Yep.
So it's a whole different game. Like when you look at Walmart's regular rank and file, a lot of them are applying for welfare. So let's be clear. I'm not just talking about your average rank and file. Many of these DEI programs are making way for Black folks specifically to be able to
management positions,
to get management and C-suite positions as well. That wasn't available before.
Yeah. So what I wanted to say about Walmart is they the company. Like I said, my homie, he worked at Walmart for 15, 20 years, and he became a millionaire because they were giving him stock options. And then when as a Walmart manager, when he wanted to shift careers and he went into he left the management space and went into he does like computer programming and stuff like that. And so when he switched careers and that Walmart stock, he was like, I looked up and I was making $30,000 a month from Walmart stock because they kept giving him Walmart stock for 15 years. And so when they would give him his bonuses, they would always ask him, "Did you want your bonuses in cash or in stock?" And he would always take them in stock. And plus, he was getting stock options.
Nice.
And so for 15 years or 20, I forget how long it was. It was
you can round up 15 to 20. I'm cool.
Yeah. So whatever it was, when he decided to do that switch, because he was a Walmart manager. He started managing Walmarts when he was in college. He was 20. And so when he did his career change at 35, 40 years old, he said they made me a millionaire. He was like, I didn't even know. He was like, I was making way more from my stock options than I was as a manager. And he said, I had no idea until they cut me the check.
I mean, a lot of people don't, but that goes to a point. A lot of people, one, don't read their employee benefits book. Everybody, please read your employee benefits book. Two, a lot of y'all that work for public companies have stock option programs, employee benefit purchase programs, and you can make a boatload of money off of them because a lot of times people miss out on the bag because they just don't know.
They took the money. He's like, I never took the money because I never needed it. You know what I mean? So he was like, I worked there and I took the stock options every year and I took my bonus in the stock options. And he was like, I've never realized that it was paying me $30,000 a month. He was like, $30,000 a month, not a year, $30,000 a month by the time he was leaving. And this is after, the 15, 20. He was like, because they split right when he was leaving. So he had so many, like, man. Yeah, they don't offer the greeters nothing.
Well, they might, but it's not going to be the same level as management.
No, not at all. And no management. He was like, I was making over $100K a year, and he was like, it was nothing compared to what I was. He was like, I was making in the background because it was all piling up. The thing is, every year it was piling up because it was being reinvested. All the
money, all the dividends and everything.
All the dividends was being reinvested. So he was getting the stock options. He was taking his bonus in stock options, and then he was getting all of the, you know what I mean? He was getting all of the, what's the name, and all of the dividend reinvestment all at once. You know what I mean? And so every year he was piling up. He was like, I never bought Walmart stock, but I was a Walmart stock millionaire by the time I left. I was like, damn, that's crazy. And he's like, I never did nothing but go to work and show up and come back out.
So check this out, Corey. So again, y'all know I've been going through the ups and downs of my father passing and just going through stuff. And I'm gonna share the whole kit and caboodle because I want people to be able to benefit from this experience I went through. But I'll say this: my dad, I found some General Dynamics stock. Now I think I've talked about this before, but I got to see it. I got the stock certificates of my dad buying General Dynamics. Look that stock up if y'all don't know about it. Brought it in the 70s, bro. He's been collecting dividend checks all these years from that stock, and it's just like, damn. What would have happened had he reinvested the dividend?
So they've been putting it in his account as cash?
Yeah, he was cashing out. And I mean, we talked about it because he didn't really understand the stock market, even though he was an accountant. But it's funny. That's why I'm appreciative of my experience of being an investment manager, a financial planner, because I got to understand and learn about the different products, investing. A lot of times accountants, your tax folks don't have that same experience. And so a lot of people miss out on a lot of stuff. So he didn't reinvest those dividends, but I'm still glad he got them because guess what I'm about to do?
Reinvest them dividends.
Reinvest them dividends. Right? So, hey, I ain't complaining at all, but I think it's a good story, right? Because people, what did Jay-Z say? Hove did that, so you ain't got to do that, right? So my dad did that, so Mara ain't got to do that, so you ain't got to do that, and I'll share that with y'all. But it'd be really interesting to see how quick that doubles down now that I reinvested.
Nah, that makes a lot of sense, man.
All right, Doc Chess says Herb stock is beautiful because they private. Is it about Herbalife?
No, HEB.
I'm not familiar with them.
HEB is a food store. It's a supermarket.
Oh, okay.
Down south, they big. They super large down south. I actually shop at HEB, so I know.
Oh, okay. GD owns Gulfstream. Who's GD? I don't know that.
General Dynamics.
Oh, damn. You know what? I thought Buffett owned Gulfstream, but I have to look that up. Thank you for that, Pascal. I haven't had a chance to go deep into the company. I do plan on going to it. So my dad was in the service, so I get why he probably brought it. You know what we always talk about, buy what you know. He was like, well, we all gonna have some wars somewhere, somehow. So they'll be able to benefit from it.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. All right. I've noticed 3 of the 6 Walmarts have Anglo. Now, you know what? You know what's interesting? They did mention in this article, because I didn't finish going through the article with y'all. Let me take this down real quick. One of the things they said, where'd it go? Okay, here it is. The group criticized Costco for possible illegal discrimination against employees who are white, Asian, male, or straight. So that kind of speaks to what Anthony was talking about. I'm sorry, what Jigga was talking about. Now, there was a couple other things that I highlighted on here that I thought was really interesting, right? Where it says, Costco has a chief diversity officer and a supplier program that focuses on expanding with small and diverse businesses. It also donates to organizations like the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. That's important, y'all. That serves minorities and underrepresented groups. Costco said its DEI efforts help the company attract and retain a wide reach of employees and improve merchandise and serve in stores. Costco also said its members want to interact with diverse employee base. So that goes to what Corey was saying, because Corey checked me. He checked me, y'all, but he was right. This is what their base wants, right? And they don't want to mess with their money. So they're going to fight because they know the diversity helps to bring in money. And the funny thing is, there's been plenty of studies that's shown diversity actually helps the bottom line. So, but going forward, reading this, among other things, a diverse group of employees helps bring originality and creativity to other merchandise offerings, promoting the treasure hunt that our customers value. Costco said in a proxy statement to investors. Now, you know it's serious when they told their investors this, right? We believe, and member feedback shows, that many of our members like to see themselves reflected in the employee in our warehouses with whom they interact. And again, goes back to Corey's point, right? They don't just want to interact with the mediocre white dudes. So, shout out to them. I think that's dope. But it's funny how, all these groups are like rallying for straight people as if LGBTQI really is getting a lion's share of these DEI funds. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case at all.
Not at all.
When you look at it, it's still straight white guys who are literally having all the fun.
Yeah, they're getting all of the, they're getting all of the perks. But as soon as you say something about it or do, try to do anything outside of what, what they want to see, then it becomes problematic and,
Yep, that's a problem. The Colton Arby is in the building, the Honey Hustler. What up?
What it is, though.
What up, Rich? How you doing, brother? So I don't know. What do y'all feel about DEI programs? Do you think it matters? Does it not matter? I would love to hear what y'all perspective is on all this.
Yeah, DEI matters. It doesn't matter as much as people would like to make it out to be, though, because like you said, especially in corporate America, most of the DEI stuff comes from, it helps white women. So that doesn't do anything for black people. So, but it has provided opportunities. And so with those opportunities being provided, I need to be sure to say that it does matter. It doesn't matter as much as
In a grand scale, like when you look at it from a 50,000 foot view, white women are running the gambit on this. They're running up Boston, right? They're really the ones who are benefiting from this. And so these same mediocre white dudes who are putting their white women on, who are still benefiting from this. So you would think they wouldn't have a problem with this as much. But I get it. They're fighting for their space in this place called America because there's too much brown and too many women starting to get power.
Yep. And the one thing that this country hates more than poor people and black people is women.
Well, I would say black women.
Women.
Ms. Edith, how are you? Welcome. Happy holidays. Oh, thank you. Share the YouTube live. I appreciate that. Please go on over to the Black Wolf Rebels channel on YouTube. And of course, y'all might as well join the village. Join the village over at blackwolfrebels.com. Again, join the village over at blackwolfrebels.com. If y'all been paying attention, Corey hit a couple slams out of the park during our Sunday playbook session. So just know those are going away after this Sunday. This Sunday is the last one. And last week we did an options 101 course with our brother Jim led the way on that. And a lot of people got a lot of value out of that. So keep up to date, y'all. And shout out to all our members who are in there. Thunder. What up? Minority can mean anything. That is true. That is true. No opposition to that. All right, Anthony says, I think DEI helped white women the most. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Well, we gotta represent Jim, right?
Gotta play it.
We gotta represent Jim, right? I mean, listen.
I just don't know how funny I find this, man. I love it. And no one loves black women more than I do, but this is just absolutely hilarious. Man, it's like a love song, like
listen, love song, love ballad. I don't know what to call it. It's phenomenal, though.
It is.
It's phenomenal. And now I can't find it. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
So listen, we just honored our brother Jim because Jim lets us know Dr. Umar is the greatest content creator ever. So yes, minority can mean anything. Again, no fighting or disagreeing with your brother. What up, brother? What up, Thunder? All right, so Rich says, these white meth heads be the most ones complaining as if they would have had a chance if it wasn't for DEI. That's also true, too. It's funny how a lot of things that are opposite, but they're true a lot of times. Listen, every day is a good day, so happy holidays to you. All right, Lorraine says, I'm disappointed that the large orgs are publicly denouncing DEI. Seems very political, like they want to follow the leader. That is what exactly it is.
That's exactly what's happening.
Give me the horns for that. That's what it is. All right, Tomorrow Now says, MAGA found out Elon and Vivek wanted their DEI limited H1B visas. Yep.
Yeah,
and they mad now. But here's the thing. And so I'll say this, and I think Corey will back me up with this. I do way more political content than Corey and Jim does, right? Because they really don't care. But I still talk about it because it still relates to Black wealth. And what boggles my mind is that what were y'all expecting? Speaking y'all, meaning the MAGA crowd, speaking these quote-unquote Black MAGA people. What were y'all expecting? If you pay attention to history, you know these dudes been fugazi and will forever be fugazi. And to expect anything different, you're bugging. Straight bugging. But they're going to fuck around and find out. And all I can do is sit on the sideline and just shake my head because we're going to go through a whole bunch of bullshit that wasn't necessary. But that's all I got. That's all I got. Let's see. So, all right. Make sure everybody like, comments, and shares. Make sure you subscribe to the Black Wealth YouTube channel. Go on over and subscribe to The Village over on blackwealthrebels.com. Listen, it's free. Now, it's not going to be free forever, but you might as well go on in, go ahead and get your free status now because it's not always going to be like that. All right, so Nicole just said, I just told my husband today that white people are shocked when I tell them what I do for a living. They just sit there with their mouth open when they realize I'm an educated Black. Yeah, you're one of the educated Blacks. It sounds like The Color Purple with Miss Billy. Your children are so clean. It's
you
like,
can read? You can read? He was upset.
But, you know, that's the other thing with Black folks, right? It's really frustrating for me. It's like, we are the original educators. We're the original scholars. We are the original mathematicians. But nobody really takes the time, and I'm speaking broadly, y'all, to really look at this stuff. So we shouldn't have to play second fiddle to nobody at all.
Nobody.
At all. There you go. Keith Sweat, the R&B GOAT. So, but I don't get it. I don't get it. But all right, so we just gonna hang around for a little while longer. So don't forget, this Sunday we got Sunday class, Sunday playbook. All right, we also have, who's calling me on WhatsApp? Does anybody get spam calls from WhatsApp? I don't get that.
I don't get no calls.
Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. But we got Sunday playbook. We also have Wealthy Wednesdays. And then we also have our Freedom Fridays. So make sure y'all stay in tune because we have a full gambit roster of content to empower everybody to not only get free financially, but to also get free spiritually and educationally as well. All right, I think I saw some other comments come through. Everything just jumped up on me.
No, yeah, just Rob.
Okay. You don't like my, okay. Oh, that's his name, Rob. Gotcha. What up? Welcome. All right. So, Corey, what you been looking at in the markets? Anything fun?
No, I've been on some family-oriented stuff this week. I ain't look at the markets at all, to be honest.
Hey, man, that is the keystone of Black Wealth, so I'm not mad at that at all.
So I'll look at it tonight because I plan on smacking the market on the ass this starting Monday. Like I'm just gonna spank it like a baby. Like I said, I played the plays that we did in our Sunday playbook. All of the stuff that we talked about because what kind of man would I be?
Now, can anybody name what group that is that Corey was just singing? Don't forget, we got our Bitcoin giveaway coming up soon.
And what kind of girl would you be?
Now, listen, I wanna play some of our plays, but I gotta get my money up. Y'all be having them high money plays.
But the thing is, you can reduce the time on them because even though we say they might jump off months from now, they always jump off the same week.
So let's see. All right, let's see. We got a couple more comments. Let's see here. Let's see. Looky. All right. So Nicole says, I was in a gun safety class with a bunch of Trumpers. We went around the room saying what we did for a living. Now, first of all, I probably would have left. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I would have felt safe. All right. We would have did that. I programmed databases for utility companies. They were shocked faces around the room. I'm not shocked by that. Listen, media has done a terrific job at brainwashing the world, but especially Americans, of how dumb everybody thinks Black people are. When in actuality, we're probably the smartest. At least the sisters reflect we have the highest educational rates for people in general. So the sisters been representing. Show you right. I can't really do a Barry White. I love Barry White too, though. Every time somebody asks me to think of Barry White, I always choke up on the lyrics. All right, Thunder says, in my honest opinion, President Trump administration is fair. Really? Is fair. He will make everyone equally comfortable or everyone will be equally uncomfortable. Look at what happened now with Vivek, in my honest opinion. Everyone's catching body blows. But here's the thing, Vivek and Musk technically are not a part of his administration. They are part of this whole Doge committee, which isn't even really a thing, but it's a thing. But whatever. But I don't know how you feel it's fair. Ain't no diversity, none. Ain't no diversity on that administration. And most of the people are not even qualified. Like they got RFK for national health. Why? What degree, what education, what experience does he have to talk about national education just to say he is against vaccinations? That doesn't take much schooling or education, y'all. Then you got this new guy that's going to be part of the IRS. Yes, everybody knows I'm a tax guy. I'm biased. The guy does not have a tax background. He was a real estate dude. He was a congressperson. And he was what's called an ERC salesman. So ERC was a special credit that they adopted after COVID, but it became a haven, a rest haven for hoes, for tax hoes. Now, if y'all can name that movie, but seriously, like, he has no tax knowledge, so you already know this is going to be a shit show. But I digress. King Tile got it mint condition. All right, tomorrow. All right, 2 got mint condition. And Thunder says I'm gonna do a mean Barry White. Damn, I'm trying to think of it. Keep on telling me this and telling me that. Practice what you preach, but I can't. I gotta get my lower range though. Practice what you preach, but those ain't even the best Barry White songs.
They not.
The joints in the 70s. Your sweetness is my weakness. Oh man. All right, Anthony says Silk, mint condition, or Shy. Maybe Tony. You were just throwing him out there. You were spitballing. All right, black people believe that nonsense. Sadly, some black people. All right, let's be clear, because I know a lot of people are saying black people voted in Trump. Well, large majority did not. The percentages did not change from the last election, but you got to watch media because they be promoting bullshit and nobody checks it. But all right, so Thunder says, what's good is diversity if the people that represent us to do exactly what other folks do for us? Nothing. Usually I would say, and obviously there are times where skin folk don't mean kinfolk, but most times when we are in place, we represent. Most times. Clarence Thomas, Candace Owens don't count, and I shouldn't even be saying those names. Tom Homan may be the only qualified person in Trump's administration. Wait a minute. All right, now I gotta look that up. Who is that? What makes him qualified? What makes him qualified? Because he was a police officer? All right, Trump's border czar says family detention centers could play a role in deportation efforts. So wait a minute, are you telling me you're cool with deportation centers? That makes qualifications? Come on, help me understand. Because this dude, I think just doing a job in and of itself does not qualify you. Now, if you're part of the average mediocre brigade, yes. But in my eyes, I think you have to be a little bit more than just doing the job. Right? So I would play this, but I don't want to offend the political connects. The Mac. Rock. How do you say that? Rock noxious?
Yeah, rock noxious, man.
Listen, I'm not the best speller, man. English was not my thing. Oh boy. The best solution to never deal with DEI in the American workforce is truly to be an entrepreneur and job creator, to create the work environment that is truly stress-free environment to work and make money, okay? Says who? Like, come on, I need to understand. What's your background for saying this? Because guess what? Even when you're an entrepreneur, when you don't have your daddy to give you damn near $500 million, it's a little different. It's just a little bit different. All right, Brittany says, you got it. You need some practice. Don't get me going. But no, I can't hold a note, y'all. All right, Anthony says RFK was against GMOs, but was on social media eating McDonald's with Trump. But you against GMOs. Trump is phony. They all phony, in my humble opinion.
You don't have to be humble either. You can just say in my opinion. Right.
Trump,
and the thing is, I tell you this, man. Listen, man, I don't really care for any politician. None. Not one. but I understand their purpose as far as the fight for my people. Because like I said, there's only two ways to get freedom. It's through, political policy or bloodshed. And I mean, that's just history. Like I ain't fighting with nobody about that. You can
It ain't nothing to fight about. I mean, because even the political
policy, any way you want to, but if you look at history, there's only two ways people come into power.
But even political,
how did America get formed?
Don't nobody want to talk about that, Corey.
How did America get formed? They was like, FOH, boy, we not paying them taxes. We out of here. We going over there, and we going to take over there. And if you want to rumble, you can come on over here, over these seas and rumble us.
The price of tea is too high.
If you want to rumble, you would come over here and you fight us for it. That's what they did.
Corey, do me a favor, read that comment.
Which one? The last
one? The one that's up.
Trump cannot have intelligent or well-qualified people in his administration because they be quick to recognize his inadequacies. I mean,
we saw that the last time.
Like anybody that was qualified to do the job that they were supposed to be in, they left his administration. He had more people leave his administration during his tenure than anybody. Like, because people was like, he's dangerous. Like nobody wanted to be around him. Nobody wanted to be associated with him. And like, he didn't change. He didn't change in 4 years. So I don't understand. And he didn't, not only did he not change, he didn't do anything in those 4 years but catch cases. I don't understand why the people who are in Congress would even want him voted. I would not even want him voted in. He tried to off y'all. He tried to off them.
That don't matter.
He tried to get them out of here, and they still wanted him voted for. Like, I just don't get it. Like, if somebody try to off me, it's on site every time. There's nothing you're going to be able to do politically or none of that. There's me and you going to be friends. No. Just no. Like, you trying to get me out of here.
So Pascal says Bortazar was a former ICE agent. Okay, I'll look him up. And I will admit to y'all, I am biased. Trump's not a smart man. That's well documented. I believe, in my opinion, Corey said, I ain't got to say humble, all his picks are going to be trash. Because during his first administration, he did have some qualified people, ex-Ben Carson, but he did have some qualified people. And they all left. But Nicole says Trump is not qualified. I would agree. All right. Paxel says, I was saying that Tom Homan has experience with deportation compared to the other picks who has no experience with what Trump assigned to them. Okay, I got you. That's fair. But I'll look him up so we can have a better conversation about it. We'll talk about it. All right, Brittany says most people don't pay attention in history class. Corey? Oh, that goes right over the head. Wait a minute.
I already told you people don't read, so I already know.
But guess what my favorite class was in school?
History.
Social studies, which is AKA history. And then history when I got older. Always my favorite.
I'll tell you this, man. Like, social studies was also my favorite class in high school. Well, second favorite class. Gym was my favorite class, but second favorite class in high school. But it was, the thing about it is my high school taught me, ninth grade, my history teacher said something that changed my whole perspective on everything, right? And he told me that the winners of the wars write the books. And
Correct.
It changed everything that I ever believed. He was like, you can't believe everything because the winners of the wars write the books.
Correct.
So you gotta do a deeper dive than just you can't. He's like, this history book here is written from somebody's perspective, and that perspective, that perspective is only one of the perspectives, which is why that got me into reading heavy, because he was like, you can't just look at what they saying and just that's only one piece of the puzzle. You know what I mean? It was so enlightening that those few sentences changed my whole life. Like I had a teacher, and there was white boy with glasses, but he was like, "Look, man, the winners of the wars tell the stories.
That's a fact.
They get their stories told." And he was like, "So you got to look at perspective." He was like, "Because history is about perspective, and so you can't just look at one perspective and say that is history." He was like, "There are some things in history that are 100% solid, like the dates that things happened and stuff like that. Those are solidified in history. But anything that has a perspective also has another perspective." And he's like, "You got to look at it from every perspective." And I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like that just, and you know, I already did some reading as a kid because of who my family is, but that changed like literally everything. Like I got heavy into the book. That made me go back and reread everything with a different perspective. And so that you know, he helped my education more in those few sentences than most teachers. Like he literally changed everything because he told me history was about perspective. And I was like, damn, like, oh crap. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we take history literally, like from one perspective, whatever perspective that someone gives you, that's the only perspective that you can see. And when you look at history from, you know, he taught me to take the mile high view of history instead of the, you know, the on foot. Most people, you know, have the on foot view, which they can only see as high as their eyes can go. But when you have the mile high view, you get to see, like, you ever been in the airplane and you can see the whole city and it look different? That's the perspective that I got. All right, you want me to read this comment right here?
Oh, yes.
How does immigration help the Black community when a lot of people coming in have anti-Black views? They're stupid.
But let's give that.
And I'll tell you this: anti-Blackness is not American; it's worldwide. So that's the other thing. But to come in this country with anti-Black views, especially if you're a dark-skinned person, you are setting yourself up to fail in a bad, terrible kind of way. just to tell the story the way it should be told. If you come into this country especially as any kind of dark-skinned person or any kind of Spanish-speaking person with anti-Black views, you are setting yourself up to fail in a bad, seriously bad kind of way. Because your proximity to whiteness does not make you white to these people. And that's what you have to understand. White Americans, this country is founded on Euro principles. And if you are not European, your principles don't matter here. Your principles don't matter. And anti-Blackness is silly because the things that we fight for are the things that gave you the opportunity to be here and be here at the level of freedom that you are here. Because of our bloodshed, because we shed blood, our ancestors shed their blood. Our ancestors fought for all of that. When y'all was in the back saying, damn, that's crazy, we was out there really, our ancestors was fighting in the Revolutionary War. Our ancestors fought, the civil rights movement in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and 60s. They created all of these new rules that allowed you to come into this country the way you came in. So it is what it is. But
I want to take a crack at this, Corey, because all they show y'all on TV is people from Latin America coming in as immigrant problems. However, our biggest immigrants, stat-wise, are Asians, and then white folks from Europe. They never get mentioned. And so I think when you ask that question, and so we have to start being intellectually honest. And I'm not saying you're being dishonest, but we got to start asking ourselves, are we going from facts or are we just looking at what media is feeding us? Because what media is feeding us is a bunch of caca, a bunch of bullshit. And so they spin this narrative about all these immigrants are bad, and whoever brought it up earlier about the HB1s, but nobody was thinking about that. That's an immigration issue too. But that benefits Vivek and his crew and Elon and his crew. So now they're about to reverse and be hypocrites, as they already are, and fight for immigration against the quote unquote not common poor white guy. So you have to be really careful. And the other thing I think people don't really understand when it comes to politics, there's a difference in campaigning and there's a difference in governing. The Republicans, hands down, campaign better than the Democrats. However, the Democrats govern way better than the Democrats govern way more than the Republicans do. The Democrats govern way better than the Republicans do. And you can just look up with who's coming up with bills, who's trying to make things better, or who's just trying to sow seeds of chaos and anarchy. I mean, a lot of it's really clear. I don't understand why more people don't get it, but I guess I don't have a megaphone and it doesn't matter. All right, so the guys took over an apartment building, New Jack City style, like it was the Carter. But here's the thing. How did all these immigrants get to New York? Because nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about how the Republicans intentionally shift people from the borders to New York and Chicago and other places. So they did that again to sow seeds of contention, not to try to make things better, not to do the humanitarian thing or the humane things. They just want to make it a Democratic and Republican thing. And that's bullshit too, but we ain't got that much time today, and I don't want to bore y'all.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. The thing about me is I've learned to put aside my differences when my brothers need something. You see what I'm saying? Like if I consider you to be a brother, then your political affiliation is not going to matter to me. If I consider you to be my brother, your religious affiliation is not going to matter to me. If I consider you to be my brother, I don't care if you're gay or straight. If you my brother and you need something, I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Or sister.
Yeah, brother.
Oh, I know. I'm just putting it out there because I know what you mean.
The thing is, I got to specifically talk about my brothers, right? Because I show women love all the time. You know what I mean? Because like I said, all my game came from a woman. So I'm not going, I'm never going to put women in a position where I don't talk about them. But I got to specifically talk about my brothers because, if I consider you my brother, there's nothing that I won't put aside except for, my family, my personal family, to make sure that you get whatever you need. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that I won't compromise is my personal family. Like, because the thing is, we got so many problems and so many people, like Jimmy like to say, we got 1,000 problems.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And people always want to talk about one.
And honestly, I'm going to tell you, the immigration problem really isn't a black problem. But we like to take on.
The thing is, they put immigrants, what they do is they like to put in high population black areas, they like to put immigrants there.
Yep.
Because.
But it's not a black issue, right? They're not stealing our jobs the way they try to make it a political fun ball. Like it's all bullshit. But,
that's fugazi.
Oh, I'm sorry, Pascal. Pascal's bars. Newspapers are the first drafts of history. His story. I agree with that.
Indeed.
That's why journalism matters so much so that we really don't have journalism these days. We got a bunch of people who got microphones like me and Corey up from here blogging, but they don't blog with any real ethical intentions, any righteous intentions, in my opinion. They just want to talk shit just to get clicks and likes. I feel we are different because we want to help improve. So like, y'all might not know this, but you'll know it now. I'm on the board of the very first black journalist organization in the United States of America. And that is the Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists. I'm on there because journalism matters to me. It's one of the most important things to the black community, and a lot of people don't understand it. But if you think about Ida B. Wells, what did Ida B. Wells do? Well, when there was lynching, she let everybody know, yo, don't go that way, because the Klan is lynching our folks. That's important. That's a value. Sadly, it's not valued as much as it should be, but that is a value. All right. So Brittany says social studies was my favorite as well. Shout out to you, Brittany. All right, Nicole says my husband was a history major, and he tells his coworkers all the time that you can't believe everything you need to research. Am I reading this right?
You can't believe everything you need to do research.
Oh, correct. Well, yeah. Well, me and Corey believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I don't believe nothing nobody's saying. I'm going to look it up myself. And that doesn't mean that I distrust you, but I need to know for myself if it's real or not. Yes. Because here's the thing, people get stuff wrong all the time.
Including us.
Yeah, but he also told them you voted for him, and now you will fuck around and find out. Correct. That is right. That is right.
You bought the FIFO.
Yeah. All right, facts. Thanksgiving example. That is a fact. Thanksgiving is a fact of that. And I'm not trying to be funny. Christmas is a fact of that as well. By the way, happy Kwanzaa, y'all. Today is the second day of Kwanzaa. So I hope we all are practicing the principles of Kwanzaa. And not getting caught up with the materialistic things that so many things in America likes to do. Pascal says every non-black nation has their own style of anti-black racism. I hear you on that, but what I would also say, every non-black nation is not run by black folks. Again, every black nation is not run by black folks, but I'll leave that there. Read Dan, what's the book Jimmy told everybody to read? The Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Go read that book.
That book is crazy.
It is very telling. It's very telling. So again, you can have black faces in the place, but they are not running it.
They're not in charge.
Correct. All right. World history, U.S. history, economics, PE, and lunch was my favorite subject. All right, my man. Them butter cookies and personal pan pizzas was slapping.
Yo, I might be the only person who didn't like school lunch pizza, man. Like,
No, you weren't. I hated school lunch pizza. Now listen, if you went to school in a good district, you might have got good pizza. I went to school in Philadelphia. Our pizza and our lunch was trash.
I didn't like the thing.
Now Corey was at Central. He was at the best school in the city.
Yeah,
his shit might have been better.
The thing is, I never ate the pizza there because we had a pizzeria across the street. I used to go across the street to Mario's and
right on the corner. Yeah,
right on the corner.
Right on the corner.
So I literally walk out the front door and down the hill, and I got my own pizza. So it wasn't, and it was a Chinese store right there. So I didn't eat lunch in the lunchroom for real. The crazy part, I was in the lunchroom all day, but I never ate lunch in the lunchroom. Like I would go outside, get my lunch, and I would, if you went to Girls High, it was McDonald's right there on the corner. It was a White Castle right there.
Dunkin'
Donuts is right there. Then when you walk down the block, Mario's was on the corner, and like two little subdivisions, little houses up, there was a Chinese store right there, right across from the park. So yeah, I spent listen, man, I went to the best high school in the country, and I can't tell you the names of 95% of my teachers because I was never in class. I can't tell you their names.
So Corey been rebelling since rebelling was a thing, y'all.
Listen, man, if the thing is, again, if you teaching out of the book, then if I have the book, then what do I need you for? I don't need you for anything. If you're teaching straight out of the book, I don't need you for anything. So I went to the classes where they weren't teaching straight out of the book, where we had a lot of projects and stuff like that.
Now, Corey, hit this comment for me, sir.
White society doesn't have a big issue with non-black groups because they can assimilate in the white society. Black people cannot fully assimilate in the white society, hence the hate.
He's not wrong.
True.
But it's a nuanced thing.
Yeah, because I got some people in my family that you can't tell is black. I'm just going to keep it a sour. So black people can assimilate into white society.
But I mean, I get what he's saying because for the norm.
Yeah, generally.
Yeah, generally they can't.
But we have a lot of cases where we had some white presenting black people that
That's a fact.
That were in positions like white people. You know what I mean? So, you know, they didn't present as black. Their melanin didn't show through quite as much as other people. Now they can't stand in the sun too long or they're gonna get caught. But, you know, because that melanin shine through no matter how. Like my cousin, if you see my cousin Kia, right, and her mom, they are white presenting. They're black as black can be. Both parents black, but they're white presenting. But if you put them in the sun, they turn a beautiful golden brown. But if just looking at them, you see what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't be able to tell right away if they were black or white. And
you know what?
First cousins. These are they're my second cousins.
So real quick, and I got you, Pascal. But let me read this. Pascal says immigration doesn't help Black Americans.
It doesn't hurt us either. It don't do nothing.
Thank you, Corey.
It don't hurt us either. It's a non-issue for black people.
So I got a question. Did anybody watch the new Tyler Perry movie?
I haven't because it had Tyler Perry's name on it.
Oh, come on. We got to show the brother some love.
What are you talking about? I watched the first Medea, and after that, I've never seen another Tyler Perry movie.
Oh, man. Wait, I'm trying to find the name, but I just watched this movie.
I was turned off in a very visceral kind of way by Medea.
Oh, man.
When I feel that strongly about something, I was just so turned off by it. Like it was just, I was like, never again. Like Tyler Perry, like, yeah, I'm on some, yeah, why Tyler? Like, no, Tyler, like, and that's, you know, he don't need my money because a lot of people like that kind of stuff. I'm just not one of them people.
All right, but I'm gonna go on the left angle, Corey. The 6888 was that work. And I think you could appreciate it because it was about the military and black women in military. Wow, there we go.
Man, I got mad respect for women in the military. I don't know how the hell they do it.
I am Captain Charity Adams. Welcome to the Women's Army Corps.
Gentlemen, my wife and I have been talking about the problems we are having with the mail and our soldiers' morale.
Mr. President, this assignment has proven to be a logistical nightmare. Even tried the Women's Army Corps.
You mean the White Women's Army Corps?
Well, is there another?
Unspeakable, unspeakable.
Adams, you and the 6888 Battalion are headed to Europe.
Should you open it?
So hold on, y'all see that? Writer and director Tyler Perry.
The battalion?
I might have to check this out because
We good for to deliver some damn mail.
Would you like to see all the hangars, ma'am?
How many are there?
All of them.
Oh my God.
Ladies, we have been ordered to provide hope. The soldiers have not heard from their loved ones, and their loved ones have not heard from them. When there is no mail, there is low morale. 6888 Battalion! Forward march! They did not send us because they thought we could do it. We are here because they are sure we cannot. We are no strangers to making a shack a home. We are at war, and when you are at war, you make do. Unlike some other folks here, we have the most to prove. Now is where you show the proof. This is our mission. And we will not fail.
So I will recommend
everybody
everybody
got
watch
to
this.
demonetize But it's all good.
That's
all
okay.
good. All for a good cause around these holidays, man.
Yeah.
I'm a peep. I don't really care too much with Tyler Perry. Like I said, I don't think he's nothing wrong with the dude. Like I don't think nothing wrong with him, to be honest. I just don't like. I was turned off in a terrible way by Madea, so I'm.
But this ain't Madea. This is something totally different.
I know. I'm just saying, but I haven't watched anything with Tyler Perry, written, produced, or like nothing since Madea came out. Whenever it came out.
So
like,
listen, Daddy's Little Girls is my joint. That was a great movie.
I don't even know what that is.
Corey, I think you would rock with that. And this movie was very, very good as well.
Like once I see tomfoolery and buffoonery, I'm instantly like I'm off that. And I like comedies. Like comedies are my second favorite genre of movie, but after action movies where people die a lot. But I didn't find anything funny about Madea. So I just was like, yeah, this is buffoonery. And I'm off that. So that's why me and Tyler Perry ain't never banged. So it's not that it's I never, like I said, I don't have no personal beef against the man. I was like, boss, this is goofy. This is not even funny.
Damn. So we not gonna talk about what you just saw. Was that great? At least looking.
No, that was okay. I like the trailer for that.
Okay. I mean, I thought it was a great movie. And the sisters did what white men couldn't do, as they always do. So I thought that was great. I thought it was
listen,
great.
man, I always I like to see movies where our sisters are pushed to the forefront. I'm not I just can't make myself like.
He won't get off that. He won't talk about the beautiful thing I just put up on the screen.
I can't, man. I was just so turned off by the Tyler Perry experience. I was like, I'm off, dude. Period. Like I'm just off everything. Like, so I've only had the Tyler experience once, and I did not want that experience again. Because I saw where he was going with his movies, and I was like, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
I get it. But come on, you got to stall him out a little bit.
I'm gonna try because you asked me to, but I can't make you no promises, dog.
I mean, listen. So I think you might have some problems with it, but I think the story overall is a great story. It's a true story. It's another example of how America shits on black people, but we still prevail, no matter what. So
yeah, I just don't like the savior complex thing. You know what I mean? Like that's another thing that bothers me, where we got to come in and save the day for these.
But we always do that.
But it's true to history. So
correct.
I'm going to watch.
I mean, listen. Here's a history fact. You brought it up earlier, right? The Revolutionary War. Well, guess what? Black people fought in that war, aka the Haitians, literally came over and fought in that war. Nobody talks about that. Nobody. And what's crazy is the U.S.
which is why the United States has been trying to punish Haiti for the last 200 years.
Correct. But you would
nobody wants to talk about that.
But you would think that more people, or the United States itself, would show love to Haiti. But nope, they're going to show love to the white supremacy over the actual assistance.
But we talked about that.
I know. I'm just bringing it back up.
If it go down, who they going to side with?
Yep. All right, so Thunder said, I never said a race. I said anti-black views. And that covers all races, including the melanated ones who consider themselves set apart from American black people like Candace Owens. Okay.
Listen, Candace Owens is the smartest dumb person I ever met.
She is not. I will fight you over that. She's a paid op.
She's smart. And again, she is
an op.
I won't.
An enemy to black people.
Is diminish her.
Oh, I will all day long. Let's go.
I can't.
She's not a black woman. She is a dark-skinned white person.
Listen, I can't make myself do that. But I mean, she is an op. I'm not denying she's an op. That's not what I'm doing. But she still is a black woman. I will not deny her heritage because that doesn't not only denies her but her parents, and I won't do that. But
I hear you. But what do you do when they deny themselves?
I mean, she opt to her own parents, which makes me not F with her, but I can't.
There's more to this, Thunder, but you know what? I didn't prepare for that today, but there's more to that story. I will come back to that, I promise you. Brittany, people trust without verifying all the time. People trust without verifying information all the time. Nicole, me and Corey aren't enough. She wants to know, where's Jimmy?
He's out with his wife. He's he's doing his duty as a man as he should be doing. He's out with his wife and on this Christmas season.
Pascal says also IDB Wells also said that black people need to arm themselves too.
Man, a lot of our ancestors strap up and go get it. A lot of them.
And then she wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. I'm not saying she did.
That's the point that I made about how revolutions are won.
What up, JT? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy holidays to you. All right, Thunder getting love.
That's what's up.
Oh, Habari got it. Kuji Chakalia. So it should be Njima Asante Kuji Chakalia. So Habari Ghani just means what's the news?
What's the news?
The news is, or what's up? The news is Kuji Chakalia. And Kuji Chakalia just means self-determination. Again, on this second day of Kwanzaa, y'all. All right, we got another one. Another Habari Ghani. Kwanzaa is probably one of my favorite holidays because I love the principles of Kwanzaa. Because like if you can enact these principles all year round.
Yeah, he's dude that created it. He's kind of trash, but even trash people create great things. R. Kelly proved that.
That book is on the list. What book? We missed the book.
Economic Hitman.
Oh yes. Oh, K Diggy. By the way, shout out for you for making that list. I asked you, K, what do you want us to do with that list? So K Diggy, for y'all that don't know, K Diggy is in the village. He is on Black Wolf Rebels. He's behind the paywall, and he did a whole book listing of all the books that were mentioned. And I was like, damn, there's a lot of books they mentioned. Like, I know I'm probably the only one reading Yurugi. I don't remember.
I recommended Yaruga.
No, when?
You crazy, man. That's one of my favorite books, bro. That book tell you how to treat people. People like they want to be treated. Yeah, bro.
When? I don't remember you talking about this book, Corey. But listen, I'll give you credit. I don't call you a liar, so I don't believe you will lie to me. So I will give it to you.
I talked about Yarugu months ago. Me and Jimmy, it was just me and Jimmy on the show. Yarugu is one of them ones, man. It's a book that
all right, so Corey, then okay, you and I, so as because I've been supposed to read this book for the last 20 years. But as I go through it, man, I've read like the first joint. It's a banger. But we probably should just talk about a piece of it, like every show, till we go through the whole thing.
Man, we're gonna be talking about that book for 6 months, bro.
I know it's a long one, but it's good. All right, Nicole said girl side lunch was good. Okay, of course you gotta represent for your clan, your people. Elementary school lunch was way different than high school lunch. Well, yeah, because you can go out. Well, at least I could go out more when I was in elementary school versus high school. Well, actually, I could go out with both. And lunch was trash for both for me. But like those hot dogs, oh man, they were alien made. So then it says biology was my favorite subject. Okay, what's going on in our bodies fascinating to me. Yep. So I was a health science major in high school. So I had to do anatomy, biology, chemistry, all that stuff. All right. Why show him love when he doesn't show us any love? Who don't show us love?
Tyler Perry.
Okay, I would disagree with that. Why would you say he doesn't show us any love? Some of the biggest checks. Oh man, who was it?
What written? It was Debbie Allen said that.
Right. He's got some.
What's the other woman name? The older
Cicely
woman.
Tyson.
Cicely Tyson, and there's another one. Oh man, it's a few.
He's given a lot of opportunity to a lot of people. So why do we say he doesn't give us any love? Now, and also let's know that just because we didn't see it doesn't mean it ain't happening. But I do believe there's enough evidence out there to put together the pieces of the puzzle to show that he ain't just stepping and jiving or shucking and jiving for the people. My opinion. All right. Yes, great movie. That was a good movie. Yeah, I will say everybody should watch the 688. All right, Anthony says, I didn't know that was a new type Tyler Perry movie. Since there are sisters in the movie, we don't have the infamous hair pieces on dudes. But I won't watch the movie. Oh man, Anthony slandering Tyler Perry out here. TV getting the business. Yes, I love Daddy's Little Girls. Listen, that might be Tyler's best work. I think that's his best work. Yep, Daddy's Little Girl was really good. Corey, I think you would actually really love that.
Did people die in there?
Almost. People got fucked up though. And Tyler was fighting for his family. Oh, not Tyler. Excuse me, Idris. Idris was in that.
Oh God.
All right, here we go. Pascal says someone smoke detected, batteries are dead.
That's probably in my crib. I ain't been here. Man, listen, man. I only get to Texas twice a month, bro.
All right, a lot of his movies are trash. Oh damn, we back to the Tyler hate. We went from the love to the hate already. Come on, yo.
Man, it's not hate, man. People can have an opinion without it being hate, bro.
All right, Tyler Perry should name his movies.
Black Queens Forever. So what is that?
Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Y'all are something else. Y'all are something else. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, let's keep this going.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Listen, I did that for Jim, right? He said Tyler Perry should name his new movie and have Dr. Umar in it.
Pay the man.
Pay the man. Help him keep that school funded. All right, Cedric says Tyler Perry movies are trash. All of his movies portray black men in a negative light. Black men in his movies are either LGBTQ, abusive, overly emotional, unintelligent, or baby daddies. So I would say in this last movie, the 6888, there was no man slander there. I don't have any problem with LGBTQ, but that's not what we saw in the movie. By the way, in Daddy's Little Girls, we didn't see that either, but I guess everybody hasn't seen it. Yeah, she is a paid op. All right, I'm not going to say her name, but yes, because she got too much. She got too many clicks from us today. Don't you find that suspicious? Oh, man.
If you ask Candace, she says she's Caribbean. Whoop-de-damn do.
Caribbean's not a race, but, go off.
Yeah.
Go off. I was just thinking Kwanzaa is your favorite crime. Of course it is. It's the only black one. I mean, think about this, right? No shade to Martin Luther King. But we have no black holidays, y'all. None. And the crazy thing is, most black people created a large portion of these holidays. July 4th was because of black people. Like, I believe I have to go back to the history books. I want to say Memorial Day is as well, but I need to go back and look.
It was created by black folks, but it's not a black holiday.
No, correct. That's what I'm saying. But while it's not black folks still created. Corey has been pushing that book since 2001. All right. Like I said, I won't give him the benefit of the doubt. That's how I do it with my brothers. But I put it on screen first. Did you put it on screen, Corey?
I put that book on screen months ago.
Where?
You about to make me go in my closet and get it.
Go get it. Go get it.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Gideon Spies is a book y'all should read. I never heard of that before. All right. I will check that out. Is that the name of the title or is that the whole series? All right. Thunder says, Ida Wells said to arm yourself. I'm down south and you can buy arm popcorn, a pair of jeans and a Coke all at the same time. Gotcha. Okay, math, algebra is your favorite subject. That's Lorraine's. All right. Don't forget, we are going to get ready to do our Bitcoin drawing. All right, we need some help. What should our hashtag be today, y'all? What should our hashtag be today? All right. Right, yes. Debbie Morgan got paid from Tyler Perry. All right. Thunder said, hold that book up. Let us see it. Listen.
Come on.
I read about all things black. Corey coming through. All right, Corey coming through.
I had to go in my closet to get it because I had it in my suitcase when I moved from Philly to Texas.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to give it to you again. Corey, like, I'm going to show and prove your monkey ass.
Hold up, bro. I told you I've been talking about this book is like a Bible, bro.
Listen, I said I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
This book is a Bible. It tell you how to treat people. Oh. No.
All right, so hold on. You know what, Corey? Take over for a minute. I got to cancel this call. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. You got your cell phone screen, Kamari. You about to play yourself. But anyway, yeah. So for those who don't know, the book is Yurugu. It's an African-centered critique of European cultural thought and behavior. And hold up, I got another book to show y'all. So I'm gonna go off the screen for another.
Hello.
Kamari, you still mute yourself.
Hi, Sabrina.
Mute yourself, Kamari. I had to go grab my other book, Build Brother Build. This is another book. It's my favorite book about the brother Lee, about the Reverend Leon Sullivan. And this is the book that we said every black person should read and have. It's Powernomics. And this is to also let you know that I do actually read. I don't just be on here talking shit. So also, you know what I mean, my brother Kamari, you know what I mean, is going through some personal things. And but the thing about that is when you it makes you more of whoever you are when you go through the tough things, right? So if you're a tough person, you won't get tougher. If you're a person that has malaise in your life, you want to be more of that, because the thing about it is it when you have those traumatic things, it takes you to your highest level of training. So I always say, people don't see, this is my training. People don't do their best. People do their best up to their level of training. Right? So like when we call people clutch, it's because they have trained the basics very well. Most people have a high level of basic training. And so when they have to fall back to their highest level of training, their level of training is very high. And those people who are naturally talented will show out. But when it comes to pressure time, they'll fold like clothes fresh out the dryer, because their highest level of training isn't as high as the other person. And so that's how you can look at some of the things that we talk about. People only do what their highest level of training tells them to do, especially in the clutch. And so you got to be very, very, you know, again, this is why I tell people to get serious about their life. So your highest level of training and whatever you could doing is at the highest levels.
Damn, Corey, we going to church?
Hey, listen, man, I gotta take him there. You know, when we talked about the Reverend Leon Sullivan, man, this is that I'm modeling everything that we do after. This is him right here. He is him. Read his life story. Look at all the things he did for Black people. Look at how he did those things. And this is the man that I want to model the things that I do. I don't have role models, but I want to model his actions. You see what I'm saying?
Shout out to JT Coins for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you.
I gotta show Kamari because Kamari doubted me, and I don't like doubt.
I didn't doubt you. I just want you to show and prove. That's all.
That's doubt, bro.
It's not doubt. That's not doubt. Listen, I know you easily are about that medal, and if y'all don't understand what being about that medal is, that means you're ready to show and prove it anytime. Anytime. So, all right, I can't hang out with y'all too much longer because I got to talk to the people about my dad's funeral. But I do want to get through these comments and do the Bitcoin giveaway.
Let's get to it then.
All right, so real quick. All right, so Nicole said making good.
Yeah, he paid her too?
Paid her. Like, so the brother's been about his medal. He's been proven, talking about Tyler Perry, y'all. Dr. Scully, thank you. I am a nominated nerd. So Roger P. Henson says he paid her the most money she made on a film.
Like I said, I don't have no beef with him personally.
Cicely, Carrie, Debbie Morgan, etc. They all said he paid them the most ever. Tyler Perry. Shout out to Tyler.
And nothing better than changing a Black person's life with your economically, man.
Yeah. Them TP wigs be wigging. For real.
No.
She ain't lying, though. She ain't lying. Yup. Facts.
Tyler
Perry. Oh, y'all still hating? Come on, man. You paying Black folks. All right, Jake says, can't stand Tyler Perry content, but let the bootleggers eat.
Yeah.
From the plays to the Bendia movies to Meet the Browns TV show, we were essentially his independent street team. That's a fact.
Everybody got a chance to eat, though.
Yeah.
If everybody eats, then what's the issue?
When has TP shown Black in his movies and Love, he always shows us BM as well. Now, Daddy's Little Girl, listen, go watch it. Now, you come back and report and tell me if I lied, and then we can talk about it. But there's a couple people already said, you know.
I mean, I trust you. I just don't trust him.
No, I listen, that's fair.
I said Black Queens forever.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
All right, so I think we got that off about 4 times, so Jimmy should be happy. Most of them aren't great, but he makes magic with the budgets. They're watchable. I think he employs a lot of minorities at the studio.
Listen, man, Black. I never said I hated Tyler Perry.
The Jazzman Blues was a good Tyler Perry movie. I haven't seen that one. I haven't heard about that one either. Okay.
Yeah,
Don't y'all mean Black Kings Forever and never won? Listen, somebody send Dr. Umar, send him a kite, y'all. Tell him we need a Black King one, a Black Kings one. All right. Disclosure Crypto. Heard about
the
Gary Network? No, I haven't heard that one.
Nah.
All right, Lorraine says, I'm not a huge TV fan, but a lot of white tea folks make horrible movies with Black characters, and some still watch them. That is a fact. That is a fact. Good look at it. I mean, I look at it.
Yeah. Not right now. Kamari he got business.
Yeah, I got time right now.
Family business got to come first.
Bring in Wednesday. Bring in Wednesday. Matter of fact, shoot me an inbox.
Wednesday is actually New Year also.
Oh, boom. So we probably won't. I know I won't be here for New Year's. We'll probably do Thursday then. Maybe we do New Year's Day. All right, Anthony says, I respect Tyler Perry a lot, but them hair pieces though, I will laugh at Meet the Browns. That's funny.
That's another show I watched once and couldn't get into.
You didn't like G Money? I'm going to watch this new movie. It looks interesting, but I'm sure there will be villainous BM. No, there's no BM to the BM baby mama
black
baby
man.
Black man, black woman. Got you. No, actually, there is none of that. Or there will be something else to take away. There is one thing I have a problem with, but I won't talk about it for at least a month.
Gideon Spies by Gordon Thomas.
All right, I'll check it out. Okay, yes, that should be the hashtag. 688. You down with that, Corey?
I'm down. I'm dang, I was ready to say something stupid. Yeah, I'm down with it.
I'm down with OPP.
No, I'm not saying that because I'm not. I am not.
But that's what you was thinking.
I was. That's why I stopped, because I'm like, that's not true.
What up, Machete? Not trying to be that dude that shows up for the giveaway. My wife and I were planning next year, so I'm just getting on. Hey, black love, man.
Hey, listen, man.
And you here every week.
Show up, bro. So
every week. Yeah, so come on. Hashtag 688. Hashtag 688. And Lorraine, I got you. Look, listen, I'm going to show you. Lorraine came on my neck. I was like, geez, Louise, what did I do? It's like, man. All right. So, all right. So the number is, hold on. React. It's not working. Lorraine is going to roast me. She's like, Kamari, what's going on? Told you about this already.
Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight.
Get it right. That's right.
Get it right.
Get it right. Get it tight. Get it right. Get it tight. There we go. All right. So, hashtag 62238. Start collecting comments. So that is the hashtag. We got 6 entries.
You already put it in there. You got it. Oh, they
did it wrong?
Put it in there.
What?
People who already put it in the
yeah, it's got 6 entries. Yep. It'll catch it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is
all right, hold on. It says Memorial Day was spearheaded by black folks who were bearing Civil War. Yep. All right, thank you.
Started by black folks.
All right, JT says, I read you, Rookie. All right. Yes, I beat it myself. I got it. Bill, brother, Bill. Powernomics. Thank you for that, sir. Thank you. I need all the prayers I can get, y'all. All the prayers.
All that positive energy.
And not just in the bad times. We need the good times, too. What Corey is trying to say is that some people have less wrinkles in their brain. That is true. Pressure makes diamonds. Pressure busts pipes. Shout out to Beanie Siegel. Why are you going to bring that 6F in? Oh, man. It just overplayed, and Daddy's Little Girl was a good movie. All right, yes. See? I told you. I thought I told you. When can we find that Umar clip? I already played it like 3 times. We'll be praying for you on Monday. Sorry I can't make it. No problem. I know everybody can't make it. Thank you, Thunder. Appreciate you. And Thunder, I know we've been rocking for a long time, so I appreciate you, man. All right, we got it up. All right, put them up. We got 13 entries. You was respectful, but I felt that heat, Lorraine. It was like, Get it tight. Let's go. Let's go.
Commercial, I felt the heat.
Felt it. But listen, I'm with it. I want to be accountable, so I'm going to step up to the challenge any day of the week. Any day of the week. And listen, I tell Corey and Jimmy all the time, call me on my shit. I'm not perfect.
None of us are.
Because sometimes you got to tighten up. And I mean, honestly, I feel we need more of. We need more safe spaces where we can say, yo, you got to tighten up.
Yo, man, listen.
That shit wasn't tight. You got to tighten up. Come on.
Listen.
Oh, but all love, though. All love.
I catch hell, but I'm good with it, though, because I know my brothers are not doing it from a place of, they're not trying to check me. They're trying to make sure that I don't check, you know what I mean? So, listen, man, it does matter where it come from, man, because if it's coming from a place of love and respect, you're more likely to do something with it. You know what I mean? Like,
but here's the thing, because Corey, I'll push back, right? Because it's not about getting checked. I don't care about getting checked. I know you don't either, right?
Yeah.
None of us, and because this is what I see, and I don't like ragging on
it's
the
not ego driven. It's not ego driven
right,
at all.
Right. It's not ego driven. It's like, yo, you went to the bathroom, you left your zipper down. Pull that shit up.
Yeah, like
now you can catch feelings over it if you want, but your zipper's still down.
Fix it anyway.
You ain't fixed it. How does your rookie differ from the ISIS papers? Oh, I haven't read ISIS in a while.
The ISIS papers
was more about history, though, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah. So Yoruga was more about. It's not really a history book. It's more.
Well, I'm talking about ISIS papers.
Oh no, yeah, the ISIS papers was more about history, but Yoruga isn't really a history book. It's more of a
culture and perspective book.
Yeah, it's a perspective on culture. Even though the ISIS papers was also.
Yes.
It has a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of differences in the way they got to where they were going.
Smooth brain. That's a nice slick insult. Most people won't get that one at all.
I thought that was poignant.
Give us the plot of Daddy's Little Girl. The plot is black man fighting for his children, fighting against the odds, fighting against the new dude, but he wanted to stand on his righteousness, and that's what he did. That's what he did. Now I don't know if that's the actual plot, but that was Kamari's ratchet ghetto plot twist. All right, just don't crash out like Travis Hunter. Listen, I'm actually tired of talking about Travis Hunter. Let him do what he gonna do. He gotta learn. He gotta learn.
The young boy in his proudest moment, he gotta go through the bullshit. But besides that, yeah.
No TH slander, please and thank you. All right. Now I said this name wrong last week, and Corey checked me, right? Affirmationist, right? So yeah. Welcome. All right, welcome. We don't care that you're late. You just showed up. That's all right. Better late than never.
And 6888 is the name of the movie that Tyler Perry just brought out for Christmas about the black women in the war.
World War II, to be exact. The only black female infantry to be in service in Europe. All right, the Have and Have-Nots. Wait a minute. The Have and Have-Nots had a great ending, and I cried laughing when Sanaa Lathan got slapped over the restaurant table. Then she lost her job. Was that the Have and Have-Nots? I thought that was something else.
I wouldn't know.
Because, yeah, her husband did slap the smile out of her.
Damn.
The ISIS papers talks about cultural symbolism of power and subliminal messages of white people.
So does Yoruga, but
yes, yep. All right, we got 18 in the mix, y'all. We got 18. All right, Thunder says, in case you didn't know, there's an old school song called "Tighten Up" by Archie Bell and the Drells. Oh, you going way back?
Yeah, right.
Damn good song, 1968. Listen, Archie Bell used to have, and the Drells. They used to have some good joints. All right, just add it to your list. All right, listen. We make the The non-melanated folks stuff do numbers when they first come out. Let's do the same thing for our melanated brothers and sisters. Right, that was the family that praised. Thank you. She got slapped crazy by her husband. And I am not in favor of violence. But her line was bananas.
I'll tell you this. I'm in favor of violence when people commit violence.
Not against women. Not against women. That's what I'm saying. I'm not against violence against women.
I'll tell you this, though. And y'all might not like me after I say this, but don't hit me if you don't want to get hit back.
Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your paws to yourself.
To yourself. I've never hit a woman because a woman has never hit me. That's just the way it's going to go. I would never forcefully put my hands on a woman.
All right. So listen. Make sure y'all are sharing this. I think I've seen 4 likes. We got at least 40 people in the building.
Let's make that. Let's make
Can we make that? Please. Come on, show us some love, y'all.
Some likes and some loves. Yes. Neely Fuller is that dude. Neely Fuller is that dude. Neely Fuller said black people should stay away from each other until we get our shit together. Keep the. I was like, damn. Neely Fuller is that guy.
All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Do your YouTubes and Googles on Neely Fuller.
And there's a lot out there. Listen, I know we talk a lot about money, but culture is just as important as money, if not more important.
It is, because it'll help you get money.
Correct.
Because money is mostly made by who you know and not what you know. Compensatory code. Yep. Neely Fuller.
I don't think I read that. I'll need to look that up.
No, I don't think it's a book. I think it's
the video.
No, I just think it's one of the principles that he was talking about.
I'm good at that. All right, 15 seconds. 15 seconds. So we've been on here with y'all for 2 hours and 59 seconds. We must love y'all. We must love y'all. Okay, I'm gonna get at that. All right, Corey, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, y'all ready? Y'all got it in last seconds. Oh, it is a book. Okay. All right. Not a problem. And we are about to spin the wheel. And here we go. Still Rocks 23.
Congratulations, man.
All right, you are winning. You are the winner of tonight's Bitcoin giveaway. Corey, do you know how many sats they're getting today?
Man, I can look it up. I can do a converter. Sats $2 conversion. Go to Kraken.
Okay, Bitcoin right now is $94,457.57. So it's still popping, y'all. It's still popping. Now, Lorraine, are you my love? I did my drawing well. I got it right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
My computer acting slow. That means somebody trying to as soon as the commercials start to come on my joint, my computer start acting up.
Don't worry about it. Listen, everybody eats when you're down with us. Now, in order to win one, you got to be here. Did did Stir Rock show up? Let me look. Yep. He said, thank you. Now, Stir Rocks, you got to send us an email. Send an email over to the blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. And then Jim will get you paid before the night's out. About the morning. And we're not talking about 12 a.m. either. Wrong one. Where is my email? There we go. BlackWealthRebels@gmail.com. BlackWealthRebels@gmail.com.
All right, so right now you're getting 26,432 sets.
Ooh.
25 US dollars is 26,435 sets.
All right, so Lorraine, I did my thing, right? I follow instructions well, people. I follow instructions well.
Man, it's all for the love, man. You know what I mean? It's all for the love. We don't do anything without the love. If they ask us what the difference is between us and them, it's about the love, man.
And you know what's goofy folks talking about? They lost money on their Bitcoin. Yeah, well, but you know what? That is the one complaint I got about Bitcoin. But that's not just about Bitcoin. That's a lot of stuff. People say they lost money because they're greedy, right? And so they probably brought in at 100,000 because they was chasing the hype. They was chasing the bandwagon, you know. So that's always going to happen.
Always.
Don't chase the bandwagon. Awesome live stream. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, so listen, do us a favor. All right, we are putting up more information behind the wall, behind the village wall, that is, right? So go on over to blackwealthrebels.com, become a member of the village, join the village, do it now. We still got the free tier that's not always going to be there. Remember, this coming Sunday at 10 a.m., again, 10 a.m., again, 10 a.m., as I model my brother, Dr. Umar. We will be back with our Sunday playbook where we'll be giving out our plays for the week, our options plays and investment plays for the week. So make sure y'all do that. That class will be up before the end of the night. So make sure y'all register, put it up, make sure y'all on at 10 a.m. Don't forget, there's money to be made and we helping y'all make it. So don't forget about that. Corey, you got anything before we go?
Nah, man, just be safe. Have a happy New Year. Because we probably won't see you till after the New Year.
Absolutely.
Be good to each other. That's all.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all be out. Y'all be good. All right. Be good to yourselves, good to your families, love one another, and we'll see y'all soon. Have a great holiday. Thank you.